Yo, hey everyone, Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and we are doing some more Planet Coaster, continuing with our Forest Hills Park, and I decided to tweak some of our shops around here. First up was our bathroom, which just didn't quite make sense because it was like just 2 holes or 4 holes in the wall, and there was like no area behind it, so we decided to go in and make the bathroom just a little bit larger, just to make it look a little more realistic. And then we were playing around here with just some of the different tiles, just because just trying to experiment to see what we wanted to do with the roof, just to, make it look as good as possible. The unfortunate part is some of the different pieces just didn't quite match up, especially with this particular set. So we ended up just kind of calling an audible and just trying to do something a little different. And did we just use these same wood tiles? My gosh, I'm using these wood tiles a lot. Maybe a little too much. I need a few more wood framings in the game, I think. Yeah, excuse me. I think that would have been really, really helpful. Oh, and then we do some of those and just add some planters back here, don't we? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Why did we do? Oh, okay. It's been a couple days since we're actually quite a bit ahead. I live streamed this a little bit today, so one of the future episodes is actually going to be just a live stream, but essentially you probably won't be able to tell the difference, because I pretty much kept everything the same. It was just like 3 hours of doing it all at once. I was playing around with the TV, seeing what they looked like, because this still needed something different, but I am quite a bit ahead of the game right now, quite a bit ahead of the curve, like 3 or 4 episodes, which is really, really nice. I'm just having so much fun with this game right now. And yeah, and then we just start adding some signage, I think, around the sign, and for the most part, I think this is how we pretty much keep it. I guess we don't really do anything different with the roof, and once again, I think it, it works. It works. So we just get the giant, things, and then we had to put them in a different location, because where the bathrooms were, it wasn't going to work there anymore, because we had the pathway behind, and so it wasn't going to exactly fit. So we put it over here to the right, and as soon as I put it down, I realized, what the freaking heck is going on? So what's been happening is, as I've unpaused the game numerous times, I keep having my people quit on me, my staff, because we've yet to build a staff building for them. And so because of that, I've had no security guards. I've had no one to fill people's drinks. I think literally at this point in the game, I might only have 1 staff. And so I decided to essentially add a new staff building. And what was the other building we just added? Oh, it's an information booth as well. Yeah, so I decided I was just going to go ahead and add those 2 buildings, and we're going to put those over where we had the bathrooms right now. So this is the staff building. Once again, trying to build it a little bigger. We went for a brick wood kind of combo going. Once again, I mean, that's kind of somewhat realistic. Specifically in Texas, you see a lot of like wood sidings with like brick bottoms. And I really, really like how this building came out. It looked really cool. I liked using the curve kind of a little bit lower. We fill that in, and I wanted to once again use that glass. It just didn't really look all that great. So at some point, I think maybe we used it in the front. I don't know if we ever got it right. We might have gotten it working there. Did we use that one, or did we use the other one? No, I think we used the plain white one. Nah, I don't even remember what we did. We did the wood? Nah, surely not the wood. You can see we're experimenting a lot here, trying to figure out what's best, what we want to use best. Okay, so I did the rise one. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That actually looks okay. Although maybe I should have done the glass. Nope, I just got rid of it. I got rid of it, and I said screw it, and I think we just went with the white top. Yeah, I think we just went straight white top at some point. No, we did the wood. All right, we did the wood. We went back and did the wood after all of that. It's kind of fun seeing myself build this, because it's like, I forgot what I did. It's been a while since I actually worked on this. We did a couple other things since then. We ended up framing it black, and then we did all the bricks black, just because I think the black kind of looked a little bit better, and then we were trying to just fill some plants in here. Now, the plants are a little too low. You can't see them, so I ended up raising them a little bit, and then I think we lower. We're basically trying to get them to fill the holes in without having any clipping. That was kind of our goal here. So we ended up adding another one there, and if it clips inside the building, doesn't matter. You can't see it. So then copy paste is perfect for the other side, and we're looking good here. We are looking good. Then we add a couple other things. Oh, yeah, there's no sign. That's the only thing, is there's no sign that says staff building, and it's a little weird because unfortunately this is kind of on the side with all of the shops where we just have a random staff building. Maybe at some point I'll end up putting it maybe off to the side a little more, but I mean, I wish I could put a staff only sign, but I think there's like maybe a warning sign, but that doesn't really work. And all the Planet Coaster signs are just freaking gigantic. There's some nice coffee signs. I don't think I've built a coffee shop yet. And then we could have done some of those little ones, but I just didn't really like how they look. None of them really fit. Now, the funny thing is those little light things we did on the side, I don't know if they're supposed to be wings or what, but they kind of look like, shoes. That's the one thing that I keep seeing from them. I'm like, these look like shoes right now. So we come here and we start framing some stuff out because, you know, as you can see, that thing kind of just doesn't really fit well there. So now it does fit. I don't know why it just doesn't merge up perfectly, but whatever. And then we use this kind of for framing out on top. Did we? No, we decided not to. I decided just to leave it as is. All right, that's acceptable. That's acceptable. And then I was kind of debating where I wanted to put this, and ultimately I think we ended up putting it pretty close to where the I wanted it on the edge there, but the path was doing weird curve things. So yeah, we ended up just kind of putting it over here, and we ended up reworking the path as well, just because that path wasn't leaving us enough room for a lot of shops. So I just kind of redid the whole path, which wasn't really that big of a deal. And then we moved it a little bit over, I think. Or no, we put the castle, we put the information there. So yeah, like I said, maybe at some point we'll put it a little further away, like maybe on the other side, like the path that goes behind, maybe we'll put it over there, like on that path. You know, so it's not directly in the food area, but we still need to add more food buildings in there. Eventually, that's going to be a fully fleshed out food court area, but we're just not there yet. You know, it's just one of these things where I'm just kind of like popping all over the place. Like, I think it's next episode, or maybe it's even this episode, we change things up. Like, for example, we still have the roller coaster at like 30% done at this point, and I'm just jumping around doing different things just to kind of keep myself a little more entertained and kind of keep you guys entertained as well, so it's not like 20 episodes doing the exact same thing. So like just today in the live stream, for example, we're working on just completely random stuff. I still have yet to actually finish that coaster too, by the way. I've gotten a little further on it. We've done some of it. We did the inside of the temple. That's coming here in a future episode. I don't think it's this episode. It might be the next episode, but it's coming soon. It's coming soon, and I'm excited how it looks. You know, I'm pretty excited how everything looks, and I think that's why I'm really into this game right now, is just because everything's coming together and looking really, really good, and I'm really excited for it. So, like, even this building here, it's just this cute little sword building, or castle building. It just kind of looks good. It just kind of works. It just kind of works. So we don't have a particular theme, I think, in the in this kind of food court area, and I think it's acceptable just to kind of move themes and kind of change themes a little bit. I mean, I think it's just fine. Like, I don't think there's any reason to not just, you know, change the themes however you want a little bit. So we got that going. We're gonna move that back, and we just got to move some of the trees and actually put that one nice there. And the thing I like about it is how the path is, like, you kind of have to walk in that building. Like, the building itself kind of pops out, because every other building we usually build, it's like you kind of, the pathway and the storefront are kind of like right on top of each other. So it's kind of nice that you have to actually walk into that one a little bit. And we might want to build some more buildings like that here in the future. Here we're just hiring a whole bunch of personalities. Workers, just to hopefully keep our park in shape this time, and then just kind of moving some plants around. And I think maybe we do some more. We do some plants over here just to kind of block the vision again, because there's still just a little too much vision popping around. Don't really like how those bushes look at times, so we're just kind of, you know, popping things out. And then just this is a cut, and then what did we work on from here? Oh yeah, so we had this nice little dip in the ground here, and I was like, you know what, I actually want to put some water in there, and I'm gonna put this whirly rig over here. So this whirly rig, I think, is what the name is. It looked kind of decent because it's kind of, you know, piratey, and this whole theme down here is going to be kind of a mix between adventure and pirate theme, so it seemed kind of fitting just to kind of have this popping out over here. And we spent a little bit of time. I really wanted the ride itself to be on the water, and I wanted the pathway and stuff just to be all over the water as well. I think we even start working on the bridge across our little river here. I'm not 100% sure how far we get in this episode. We end up going back to straight just because the curved stuff just doesn't look as good at this point. So we're just kind of getting things going, making it work. Our queue is actually wood, which is kind of hilarious, but you know, it is what it is. And then our exit's also wood, so just changing up the wood here. And then we're trying to get that as straight as possible, even though it's still a little curved. And oh, we ended up making it the same color wood. Yeah, that works. And then this area right here that we're flattening right here, that eventually is going to be a seating area for people, and then directly to the well, current left of what we're at right now is going to be a bunch of shops. And that's what we were working on the live stream today. And that stuff started coming together and looking really, 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 really good. We kind of made ourselves a nice little Instagram area so people could take pictures of themselves, you know, and do some selfies with the temple in the background. And then, you know, we hadn't got to the seating area yet. That one's going to come a little further in the future. I would have to say we're probably at this point 6 to 7 episodes ahead. So when I say it's coming, or like we worked on it today, just know it's going to be a few episodes here in the future. We hadn't gone back to the witches area yet. Probably not going to touch that for any time in the future. I really kind of want to kind of flesh out everything else going on down here. I also don't really have any plans yet for I guess the south side is what you would call it, the other side of the cavern that we hadn't even touched yet. And in fact, that's probably going to be like one of the last things we get to, if we even get to it. I got to kind of pay attention here because Planet Zoo is coming out, and most likely we're going to drop this series in favor of Planet Zoo when it comes out. Even though, I mean, I'm enjoying the game, but man, I really want to play Planet Zoo again. And this game just makes me want to play more Planet Zoo. Now, Planet Zoo is going to have definitely a lot less time lapses. I think that game fits better without the time lapses. The thing is, this game is just like, it's so time consuming because like you're talking like I record for an hour and a half for a single episode, and then that episode's like 15 minutes. Well, okay, an hour and a half for an episode. I could get 3 episodes done that are 30 minutes each for another game, you know. And so, yeah, this area kind of looks good. It's a little plain. There still needs to be some more stuff going on around it, but this little area looks pretty okay for now. We probably want to do an overhang, I think, over the queue. I wonder if I do just like straight poles and a roof so you can still see the trees. That might actually be the best idea. Oh, we work on this area today. Okay. Nice, nice. I couldn't remember what the other one is. So this little cave is just our other little cave that we end up putting out over here. So essentially, we're going to do an island adventure boat. And I kind of wanted to have the boat kind of come around here. And this is just going to be one other thing that we kind of have hidden in the rocks. So instead of taking the boat all the way inside the cave where we currently have the roller coaster going, I decided just to have another little area over here. And so this is going to be kind of like, well, it turns into like a hippo treasure hunt area, which seems pretty cool. The roller coaster, you get a brief glimpse of it, very, very brief glimpse of it. It's more for the boat ride though, which is going to be great. And once again, just trying to do some stuff in here, just kind of like hide it. You know, just have as many secrets, hidden secrets as we can have in this park, I think is just an absolutely wonderful idea. And then here we were basically just trying to do the boat and see whether or not we could actually get the boat working. So we skip it for now and we come back and do the pathway. Okay, yeah. And I hate how this path looks. At some point, we're going to fix it. We tweaked a little bit off camera. Then I think I went back and tweaked it even more. But yeah, we end up tweaking the crap out of this pathway just because it's really janky and curvy. Especially, you know, the fact that we don't have a smooth hill down, the path doesn't really know what to do with that. Yeah, it's kind of like I'm a little confused right now because you didn't do a smooth hill down, so I'm not quite sure how we're supposed to actually build this path. And so it's kind of hilarious. Like even here, trying to match this path up right now is just like, oh my god. It's still really janky with the curves and stuff like that. And you can see I'm just trying to make it as smooth and straight as possible. And like I said, we tweak a lot of this. I mean, a lot of times, honestly, it's just off camera. I will literally stop recording, and then I'll sit there and tweak the game for like another 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, wait, I should fix that. Oh, I should fix that. Oh, I should fix that. And that was kind of like our live stream days. We just kept fixing it over and over again. We work on the waterfall as well today, finally. Not 100% on the waterfall. I think it still needs some love. I think it still needs some work. The biggest issue with the waterfall is like that thing right there is very much a straight line. So when you put a bunch of them, you just get a bunch of straight lines and they just don't look all that great. You almost have to do like a ridiculous amount of straight lines, which eventually we might have to go back and do. But things are starting to come together. Luckily, the game's still running pretty good on my end. It's taking a while to load in, which is usually the first step that the game's getting a little heavy. But for now, I think we can definitely keep adding some more stuff without any issues in the game. A little concerned that eventually we're going to kind of break our game, or like our computer's just going to die trying to record everything. But luckily, like nothing's lagging right now, which is wonderful, because we have a lot of assets in the game. Absolutely a lot of assets. And here's the other thing with the waterfall. It's like things look great from one direction, but then all of a sudden you look in a slightly different direction and it's like, I don't like how that looks. So as we said earlier, we're very much just popping all over the park right now, just trying to change everything we can. You can see like that stuff's just so high in the air right now. It's like, that just looks dumb. So we start adjusting some of it. From a distance, it's not so bad. But our island adventure thing, as we talked about, is basically comes here. Unfortunately, because of those things that I was putting right there in the water, maybe I could put them a little lower. But because of those things, the island adventure can't actually go underneath the waterfall. We maybe could have gone behind the waterfall, and potentially in the future we could do that. We could change it, put it behind the waterfall, maybe add another little cave back there. I mean, I wish there were mermaids. I gotta look in the workshop now that I say that. Because if I could get some mermaids on the workshop, I would dig that. I can see those, Brian, I hope. Oh, we hide them with the rocks. Okay, yeah, that's also acceptable. That's also acceptable. But, like, even running the game right now, we're just having so many people trashing and breaking things and stuff like that, and it's just like, oh my god. Like, you can see multiple theft reports, and it's just like, oh my god, people. Just leave me alone. Stop being punks. Stop being punks. So, yeah, I mean, it's an adequate one. It's not great, but it's okay. So it looks like next episode, we're probably going to work on the cave. We also start working on the inside of the temple here before too long. And that one's going to be an exciting episode. I kind of like how it came out. It's not as good as I thought, mostly because, well, we couldn't make it pitch dark in there just because of how the lighting works in this game. So, it wasn't quite as cool as I wanted, but I still think it came out pretty good. At some point where we ended up making that giant loop, we're going to throw something over there. I hadn't decided. Maybe a ride, maybe a roller coaster. I hadn't decided. Something's going to go over there. Excuse me, I'm drinking some Dr. Pepper because my throat is killing me right now. Too much talking, I guess. The other thing we ended up building is a log flume. My gosh, I can never say that. We ended up building it on the far side. So basically on the opposite side by the Worldly rig, but a little closer to this tall cliff that was kind of far away. So we ended up building that over there. And then we're having janitorial issues where basically they were overworked. I really need to start zoning people. That's probably the best option. I just honestly don't really care about that. That's not what I'm in the game for. I just don't want things to get broken. So that's why ultimately, you know, I'm spending time doing this. So basically looking at the boat rides, just kind of seeing what they do. Now, the only thing is, even as we added stuff to the boat ride, we were still having issues where, like, our excitement wasn't really going any higher for it. So I'm not entirely sure if you have to, like, add the objects to the ride to actually make them a part of it. Like, hey, like adding the temple to make it a part of the ride, you know? Otherwise, people don't actually see it. It's not really an excitement. So essentially, I was trying to just to see, oh yeah, we put a stop over there. We actually put a stop underneath the waterfall. I forgot about that. But because of how it curves, it actually puts the stop smack dab in the middle. So we had to kind of make this like, we had to kind of go back and forth just to kind of like make it fit. Just so we could have a nice little pathway in the middle that's a stop section. I hadn't gotten to actually designing this yet. Like, at some point, obviously, we're going to make a pretty little building out of this, make it look like an island adventure, kind of make it look like it's, you know, entering the tropical jungle, all that fun stuff. We just hadn't got there yet. Also, the other thing to note is there's going to be some crocodiles popping out here in just a few minutes. It might be the next episode, actually, in which we get to the crocodiles. I mean, it won't be this episode, obviously, but we have a nice little tropical area for the crocodiles, which is going to be pretty freaking cool. I'm excited for that. That one came out pretty good. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for a lot of things, apparently, with this game. But we're at the end, so hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, comment. Let me know what you think, as always. Hit the subscribe button, join the game comment, show your support. Like I said, next episode, we're going to keep tweaking things, and it looks like we're tweaking that right there. So I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.